hope it's tomorrow. If it's not tomorrow, and it's today, you're still fucked. But if you do get this, why don't you give me a call back?
Welcome to the CBD.
This could have been your life.
Just know there's nothing to fear.
Why don't you look at me? What is going on?
Please just stop.
What is it nobody's telling me right now?
I'm Brian Miller somewhere else. I'm Brian Miller somewhere fucking else. I don't give a shit.
You turn into like a shadowy monster.
Your choice.
There's always another fucking choice.
Everybody was dead and it was...
It's just you.
So I chose you. Now you know.
Here anymore.
We'll make cupcakes. Let's do this.
We can do this.
Whatever you did, no matter how hard it was to do. Thank you. Welcome to the darkness, my friends. Your eyes will adjust in time.
Love you. Bye.
Ödets vävnad har utlöst sig till något oförutsägbart. Denna aurora sträcker sig längs himmelen och frigör oss från dagens ljus. Lämnar oss vilse i nattens mörka djup. Det sägs att det är en mäktig sträng som förbinder änglarna. Men även i sin skönhet är det en mörk varning. För det sägs att den endast syns innan mörkrets dagar. Världens undergång. Glömskan. Ragnarök.
Hello, Dex.
When were you born? I know you, little one. Your eyes are blue. What do you see? I hear you. Your eyes are green. Whatever you are holding. Does it hurt? You were not this way yesterday. You are not this way now. You are a creation. You are currently creating. You are not born. You were not born. You were molded. Molding. You are molding. Molting. You are molting. I know you. I know you. But do you know me? You know me. I hear you. I hear you. Your eyes are green. Your eyes are blue.
Do you like fresh food delivered right to your door? HelloFresh is a meal kit service that delivers step-by-step recipes and fresh, pre-portioned ingredients right to your door. You can choose from over 30 delicious weekly recipes, carefully put together by their chefs. There are options for carnivores, vegetarians, calorie counters, CR30 monsters, and more. It's a great service for everyone from beginner home-cooked goblins with no kitchen experience to max-level expert chefs who want to save shopping and cooking time. Running a D&D game tonight? Then dinner's off the table. And breakfast just became the most important meal of your day. Well, lucky you, because HelloFresh are giving all subscribers free breakfast for life. That means you'll enjoy a totally fresh breakfast item with every HelloFresh delivery. Now that's a natural 20. Or maybe you just want some extra prep time before those dastardly players arrive. HelloFresh lets you easily customize your delivery from week to week. Mix and match lifestyle options to suit your needs. As the seasons change, so do the seasonal menus, with highlight peak ingredients and flavors of every season. I'm hoping for some manticore meat in my next delivery. Don't go hungry. What are you waiting for? Click our link or use our code and get 10 free meals plus free breakfast for life. One breakfast item per box while subscription is active if you're in the US. The link and code are valid in all countries and the respective local discount will apply. Links are rolling through the chat room right now. Click them or visit the website and use POG HF145308 write that down to get 10 free meals and free breakfast for life with HelloFresh. Now that's made me hungry. So hungry I could eat a dragon. HelloFresh. It's fresh.
Deathless is an improvised cinematic narrative with live production, including music and dialogue. There is no script. This story contains violence, disturbing imagery, adult themes, and a darkness which may leave you doubting who you are. Proceed at your own risk.
Shake, shake, shake me awake. Rip me from slumber and fight for me, fight for me. Shake, shake, shake me awake. Rip me from slumber and fight for me, fight for me. Ache, ache, ache for me, babe. Shout from the depths that you want me to stay. Fight for me, fight for me, fight. I want you to fight for me. I want you to fight for me. Shake me away, rip me from slumber and fight for me. I want you to fight for me. For me, babe. They say stand up for the things you can't stand to lose. Despite what my heart can't feel.
Previously on Deathless. We fought and fought and fought these strange, unbearably strong beings in this new place. But I think what was most interesting was that I saw some of my companions do things that made no sense, and I did things that made
no sense. My question now is, once the battlefield has been picked clean, what is Cora hiding? And boy, do I love to keep a secret.
Amazing. So we are on the street. The battle has ended. The rain has started to fall. Cora, you are in super rough shape. But despite that, I think for just a moment, your eyes will dart towards the edge of the street, quite a ways away. Perhaps you were looking for any sign of any more enemies. Perhaps you just felt something calling to you. Perhaps your eyes were moved by your passenger. Either way, you notice someone standing at the edge of the street. His figure lingers, tall and lean, with an effortless stillness that speaks of control. He has blonde hair. It's tied in a low ponytail, and it catches some of the dim light like the glint of a blade before it strikes. You blink, and he's gone. The emptiness where he stood is heavier than his presence ever was. And where are the rest of you?
I am standing next to Gunnar. He shielded me.
I am standing next to Constantine after being given a prize from the dog Finn. It was a bone or the arm of one of them creatures. And I hold it in my hand. Does it burn me still?
Oh, that's a very good question. I think after a moment... Actually, I'm going to have you roll for it. Because I think normally it would be turned to ash. But let's go ahead and do a roll.
Okay.
Just a flat D100 is fine for now. Or you can roll, like if it's easier for you to hit the body button, you can do that too.
I rolled the 59 on a D100.
Okay. I think it does burn you a little bit, but there is a moment where it seems like, and I don't know how Gunnar would translate this, but for a moment it feels like you could have stopped this from turning to ash and kept it, but it's just slightly beyond you. So for a moment you feel that it's going to go away, and you're holding it to prevent it from leaving, but then it turns to ash in your hand, and as the rain kind of hits it, steam comes up from it as well, and then it disappears.
So I stand there and take the bone into my hand, and for a second I feel an all too familiar feeling. Helplessness. As it disintegrates into dust between my fingers and washes down with the rain. And I look up.
Go ahead, Sam.
Thank you, Finn.
Fen is still in wolf form. His eyes rolled to the back of his head, breathing in sharply, quickly, and exhaling in one smooth motion. That is the only movement you get out of Fen.
Having seen that, I look at him like I pity him for a moment. But I do not persist.
Is Fen still a wolf?
Yes.
I will beckon. I'm going to try to pick him up. A fireman's carry. How difficult is that for me as a strong vampire?
For who? Which one are you trying to pick up? I'm so sorry.
Fen.
That's a contested roll because I don't know if Fen would just let you.
Is he unconscious?
No, he's just
he's
standing
not.
there.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were on the ground. No, there's a okay. Then I will Alt Z that, and I will run to the nearest alley and shout to everyone. Over here, quickly. Come, quickly, come on.
All right. I follow. But I'm keeping an eye on Cora.
She's gonna need help. Yeah.
Oh.
You might too as well, Constantine, because you're at level 3 burn, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you and Cora are pretty fucked up. Cora will probably need help walking. Yeah.
Okay, in that case, I'm probably leaning quite a lot of weight against Gunnar. Yeah. I'm still looking at Cora. Someone get her up.
I think she has raised to her feet, right? Because I helped her up, unless she has fallen down again. But right before this happens, I think I am over there looking at my shadow and moving and just like, aren't you a funny little thing? And seeing if it is doing what I'm doing and this sort of thing. I think it is not always moving exactly as I am. Like it's waving and then maybe it goes behind something, then comes back again. But it's just being very playful, not exactly listening to me. But when I hear them say this, I turn around to see Cora standing there pretty tired, and I say, okay, come on, come here. And I will assist, get a little bit lower. How tall is Cora?
Not that tall. Probably 5'7" or something.
Okay, then you just say I'm only a couple inches taller than her, so I just go down a little bit. Very important detail. And I get her arm around my shoulder, and I started helping her across the street where everyone is going. I say, you really saved us there. Is this something you could always do? Because I have done some things I have never done before.
I think I would, now that the battle's over and the danger is gone, I look really tired, as if I've slumped into myself, and I am not really receptive, but I think in that moment I would probably mumble something along the lines of, it seems that this place has a lot of surprises for all of us. I did things today I've never done before.
See, if she is feeling that weak and she kind of starts to fold, I am just going to lean down and pick her up like this and just carry her across the street.
I think I would resist for a moment and then, like, wanting to stay on my own 2 feet, but then I would relent and probably relax gratefully.
It is fine. You have done more than enough. Allow us to do something for you.
I nod weakly.
Okay, so you all steal away into an alleyway. Does anybody not listen to Stalker when he says to get into the alleyway?
I don't. Fen does not.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead,
No,
Stalker.
you go.
Well, if you're in the alleyway, if I'm next to Constantine still, I want to turn to him and lean in, and I'm breathing hard as well. And I understand that Constantine looks pretty worse for wears, and I want to lean in. And I want to ask if I can help you. And as I lean in, you might think I was going to bite you. But I speak to Constantine, to him, and if you were to look at me, you could see a shine, a glimmer on my tongue. But I want to ask you if you would allow me to help you to the alleyway.
I just nod. I nod. I'm weak. I close my eyes and nod with whatever strength I have left.
And with the nod, I just scoop you into my arms, cradling you, and we walk towards Stalker.
So, I stand at the entrance to the alleyway. The four of you are in, and Fen is stood out there still, yes?
Yes.
I look to Fen, and I beckon him over. Does he respond?
If he were to have an idle animation right now, it would be unfazed. He's continuing these short inward breaths and one long exhale.
I approach him.
Are you sure you want to do that?
I am 5 feet away. I calmly take another step.
Unchanged.
I step again. I am within his reach.
I know we're supposed to be scared right now, but that is not the feeling I'm having.
Oh, it's the feeling I'm having.
Fear?
I'm a little nervous. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. He could just like reach over and, fuck up his whole day.
If he's lucky.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Please continue.
While being within arm's length, Fen's eyes just quickly focus on Stalker. Suddenly seeming aware of his surroundings.
I lock gazes with him. I do not break eye contact. I calmly lean closer. Follow.
He shifts his weight back into a less idle stance. Head tilts to the side.
I turn and walk calmly back to the alley, not looking behind me.
Ben follows.
Once we are all in the alley, I'm going to attempt to do something. Something I believe I can do in this place.
Magic bullshittery. Are you trying to take them all to a different layer? What are you doing?
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
Okay. Holy shit. All right. Oh boy. Okay. So how do you want to do this?
I think to them, they wouldn't see anything. But to me, I part the veil and step through and beckon them to follow.
So this is still something that you'll have to roll to be able to do. But I guess what I'm asking is, are you trying to, and it doesn't sound like you're trying to take them all at once. So at least you're not going to have a debuff for trying to pull a huge group all at once. If you try to take them one at a time, we can just roll one at a time to see who you can pull through. But you're going to need to go ahead and make your layer roll, your ability, it's layers roll. And we'll see if that's a success, then we'll go ahead and start trying to pull people through.
Very well. And what is the difficulty?
You were just in this layer. Well, actually, I don't know. I actually have no idea what layer you're trying to take them to. I'm assuming you're trying to take them to the layer that you were just in, correct? The layer where you kind of obfuscate?
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, then you were just in this layer. However, you've never really done this before, kind of, this is new in this world. It's not like it's a regular thing that you do. However, in VTM, you do obfuscate, so you kind of have that ability, and that's kind of how you unlock this. I'm going to say it's still a little bit difficult, though, so we'll do 40 instead of a flat 50-50 shot.
I have 2 burn.
Would you like to use burn?
No,
or, you have 2 burn. Okay, yeah.
More difficult, right?
Okay, yep. So then yeah, 2 burn is 10%. So it's going to be 30 then. Difficulty.
All right. Now, okay. I got a 99.
Holy. Okay, what do you think happens? Because this is really bad. But it, again, I'm going to stress until the very end of this campaign, it doesn't mean that you fail at doing the thing. It just means that there are negative consequences for you and your party, whatever those negative consequences may be. So if you want, an example could be you do manage to take them all into another layer, but something knows you're there.
Well, is this... I'm sorry, I'm confused now. Is this to take them all into another layer? Or is this for me to go in?
This was for you to open the layer.
Right, okay.
But, yeah.
Yes, then I pull my hand in, and as soon as I start, I notice something is wrong. It burns my hand.
Okay.
And as I pull it open and let go, the burning sensation leaves, but I think, unbeknownst to me, this is not the same layer.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I love the idea that when you fail spectacularly like this, you learn something. Even if it doesn't bump your experience quite literally up by 1, I like the idea that now you recognize that there are many layers. So you're going to have to figure out how to open the one that you want. And the one you just reached into was not the same layer as the one you normally obfuscate to. So at least Stalker can have the knowledge that there's more than one. Yep.
So, I know that this is not the correct layer.
Yes, not only do you know it's not the correct layer, but you recognize there are multiple layers. If it were not a 99, I would give you more information than that. But because it's a 99, I think that's just it. It doesn't feel like the same. It doesn't feel the same. And you know it's not the same one that you just came from.
I look to my companions, one at a time. Ben is hardly responsive. Cora is nearly unconscious. Esteban seems mostly okay, but he is carrying her. Una are the same. And Constantine also looks very ill or tired. I think I must try again.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We need to get to safety.
Yeah. So I think this is taking another burn to do that. Or I think your class, even though I haven't finished building it yet, I think your class can actually take Oblivion, which is mental damage, to do this. So it's up to you.
Yes, I'll take an Oblivion.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Let's give a reroll. Yeah.
Push my
Hold
mind.
up. Do we see something open up in front of us? Like, is there a fucking portal there?
I think that you would see something, because I think even if Stalker normally intended you to not witness this, he rolled a 99, but I want to leave that up to him. Do you think they see you like I don't know, claw or slice or make a hole in reality essentially and like peel it back?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they could if they were paying attention.
Yeah. I think that's kind of, with a 99, I imagine it's hard to miss. I imagine they hear it as well. That's like sizzling as you stick your hand in and like go to slice the sky.
It's almost as if I tore a wound in some sort of fell creature.
Yeah.
Burning. There is certainly a smell. And it looks sloppy, I would say.
I mean, again, 99 is like one of the worst rolls that you could possibly make other than the 100. So I think it's loud. I think it's, bright. I think it's, it's super hard for y'all to miss. And to be able to re-roll a spectacular fail like this, it's gonna take a toll on you mentally. So you're gonna take that Oblivion here to re-roll this. Let's go for it.
Yes, I stand after looking at my companions. I turn back around and I swipe at the air. I lose sight of this gateway, and I try again. This time I'm more gentle but firm.
Okay, so this is the...
double failures again. 66.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God.
In inverse. I'm sorry. That's insane.
That's...
Wow.
The werewolf shouts that out.
So wild.
The numbers are
The numbers
holy
mean
crap.
something.
Okay. I have to think about what this means, but what do you think we see? What do you think happens to Stalker at this particular moment?
I think we open a different realm, but this time someone in there sees us.
Yeah. I think it's straight up feels like Frodo in Lord of the Rings, right? Where you like open this thing and all of a sudden the eye is on you, and or you know, you feel that something is watching you and knows exactly where you are. And maybe you jerk your hand back. I don't know what Stalker's reaction to this would be, but I think with 2 failure doubles right in a row like that, trying to open this layer, I think I think you're going to be unable to try to do a layer ability for a while. And also I do think you know without a doubt that something has seen you when you tried to do this.
Right, I would close it immediately and say, we must find safety. And I'll, I guess, try to lead them deeper into the alleyway, a place where we perhaps cannot be seen.
Okay. We can dart over to the map if you'd like. We were right across from the cemetery before. So where would you like to take them? Because we, you know, again, the world is your oyster, but we do have a map to look at in terms of alleyways and things like that. So
Cora's apartment is not far from here. We could get there in less than 10 minutes if we hurry.
I kind of rock in Gunna's arms when you say that. Does it even still exist?
We were there. After we came out of the crypt, right? And we left, and then so everything was different, but this was the same.
Is the map there? I don't see it.
Oh, it's in the other Roll20, which I have open, but you don't. It's in your VTM one. But here's what I'll do. I will put it in the Discord so you guys can see it. One second.
We have a city map. It's just an older one.
Yep, I'll do the updated one here. Okay. So yeah, you can, while I'm doing that, you can head to Cora's. He's right. It'll take you about 10 minutes if you're quick, which might be difficult with everyone that you've got essentially stalkers now at, you know, you're at 3 burn and 1 oblivion.
2
burn and 1 oblivion, which is pretty intense. So you've got 3 people that are pretty fucked up. So I don't know if it'll have to be like, I think it won't take you that long. I think it'll take you a little bit longer.
Like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night or something like that, right?
Yeah, I think it's about 11 probably, yeah.
I don't know where else to go.
I don't remember like where everything is, but hold on.
It's right here. It's in the group Discord. That's the updated map.
Okay.
Or at least like the area of where you are, yeah.
So I think we were...
Right, so Cora's over there.
Yeah, so you are like, you see where the arrow shows the secret crypt entrance? You're like on that gray street.
Right.
Yep.
Yes, I'll take them through some back alleyways. Try and get to Cora's.
Okay. Okay, so this is going to be a roll for you for stealth. And I'm trying to figure out how we can do this, because you basically have a bunch of, people who are not doing well with you. So, like, it feels like having you roll straight body isn't necessarily accurate because you've got all these other people, but I don't like it when people roll a million times for the same thing. So I think we're just going to do one straight roll, and it's going to be Stalker for guiding. So go ahead and make your body roll for stealthily moving them through the alleyway. Keep in mind you do have that shift. So I was going to say probably... I'm going to let the Burn in Oblivion set the difficulty for you. So if it was a 50-50, your Burn in Oblivion now makes it like 30, right? Because you've got
I don't
40,
know what
so it makes it 35.
Oblivion does.
It's the same thing. It just gives you a shift on your rolls. Yep. So you have the 5 for the level 1 of Oblivion. So you're at a difficulty of 35.
All right.
Which is about what I would have said anyway without the Burn in the Oblivion,
There
which
we
just
go.
means the system is working well. Yay! Wait, what?
26.
Oh, thank God, because I still see 99. Okay, good. Oh, nice. 26. Okay. So then, yeah, you are going to go ahead and escort them. I think you take your time because you see how fucked up everyone is. You are also pretty fucked up. So it probably takes you a little bit longer than you had originally anticipated, but you get there safely. And you're pretty sure, you're fairly confident that no one has seen you.
Yes. Then I believe her apartment is a few floors up, yes?
Yes.
I want to go up as quick as I can, go up the fire escape and check if anyone is inside of it.
There's a dead old woman inside on the couch. It's not Cora's apartment.
But she is dead.
Yep.
How long can I tell? Like,
I don't think you
is
can
she
tell
bloody?
from the window, yeah. I
So I can
think you'd have to
smell
go
the
inside.
death.
I think you'd have to go inside.
Does that also mean, PB, that the interior would look different too?
Yep.
I
Looks
would
like a completely different apartment, yeah.
I think Stalker is pretty good at investigating and putting things together, but I have meta knowledge here, and I'd like to roll to see if he knows a little bit more about what's going on with that.
Like what?
What do you mean?
I just don't know what meta knowledge you're referring to.
Do you want me to say what it is?
Whoa. Yeah, I can't help figure out what you need to
Okay,
roll
well,
unless I know what you're trying to do. Sorry.
Orcish knows that Cora is used magic to make it look like her apartment and also killed that woman. But Stalker does not know that.
Orcish is also wrong about that. So I'd be very careful about trying to bring that info over. But yes, go ahead. You're playing in a PB game, which means that stuff I say to you is for your character and it's not always the truth. Don't forget that. Okay. Go ahead and roll, though.
All right.
I am already carrying her up the stairs because I have no reason to believe that there is anything but her apartment up there.
Well,
and
but
she is very hurt.
I think he's checking to make sure that
I
no one's in
ignore
there.
it and I walk up to what I think is her apartment that we spent all night in.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Because she's very hurt.
Yeah. Okay. In the meantime, though.
But I am
you can
going
go ahead and
slowly.
roll.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
I was
not
gonna
going
say,
quickly.
You can go ahead and roll Stalker real quick.
What is the difficulty?
I'm just going to let your Burn in your Oblivion determine your difficulty, so it's 35, unless I say otherwise.
A big failure.
Okay. Yeah, so
Right,
I think
so-
you just... I don't know how you would interpret that, but this is where her apartment was. There's an old woman here now, and the apartment looks completely different.
Right. I just head back down the fire escape, and I tell them there is something strange. I think that is not Cora's apartment any longer, but it is somewhat vacant for now. I guess 2 of my companions have already left, but I'll lead the rest up the stairs.
I'm sort of nodding out in Gunnar's arms at this point. I'm in and out of consciousness.
I'm curious as to what Cora does, because I think she knows what is awaiting up at the apartment. So you're also at level 4 burn, so I get it if you're just disoriented and out of it.
Yeah, I'd be disoriented and out of it. I think, though, knowing or thinking I know that it was my magic that maintained the apartment, I would be focused on just like safety. So I might even be mumbling under my breath, like, please still be there. Please still be there.
Are you referring to the apartment? Like you want your apartment to still be there? Okay, you can make a roll. And it is minus. I'm just gonna let your burn determine it, and you're at minus 50. So your difficulty is gonna be 30. Should be 20, but we'll make it 30.
We'll just get a 24 then. Okay.
Holy shit, dude. Okay. Good God. Where are you? Stalker went back down, right?
We're probably by the time he got.
No one can see this. Okay, then this is what happens. You open the door. Whoever opens the door, and it's Cora's apartment. And Stalker, that's probably mighty confusing because you just looked through the window and there was a dead old woman. And yeah.
I think we have probably gotten up there shortly after he went down and said something's wrong. And then I would. I hear her mumbling as we go up the stairs, and I find this very curious. I said, well, where else would it be? And I go to open the door, and the door opens, and it is the same. Oh, see?
Yeah.
And then I go, and I think I bring her into the bedroom, and I put her down on the bed, and then I come outside, and expect to see the others up there very soon.
There are 2 things wrong with the apartment. Cora, what do you think they are?
The living room, the way that it was laid out, the orientation of the furniture is flipped.
Holy shit, dude.
And
okay.
The colors of the drapes in the wallpaper are inverted.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
And this is definitely noticeable, Si.
Yeah. Well, but is it one of those things where you walk in and you're like, there's something off, but I don't know what it is because you only spend.
Yeah, true.
But like you don't know her apartment well enough to be, I don't know. I would feel like I would go in and I would be like, what?
Perhaps
I would definitely
weird,
notice.
Yeah.
Perhaps if not for that TV, I would not notice, but it is not where I remember looking.
Yeah.
But I think I take it in and I go, oh, and then I leave her in the bedroom and then I come out and wait for the other. And I'm kind of seeing if I am trying to remember if I was mistaken or if something weird is going on, but that is what I will be doing when the rest arrive.
I also don't think your devices will work at the moment. Like if you try to turn the TV on or any electricity is not going to work at the moment.
I definitely tried to turn the TV on.
Yeah, that doesn't work at the moment.
I think at this point, Gunnar and Constantine are nearing the landing of the apartment. And was the door left open?
It was left open.
I'll just kind of use my body to open the door and still holding Constantine in my arms. And I take a step in the apartment. And I look to Esteban. could you run the bath?
Sure, I can do this. I assume we want a warm bath or a hot bath. I'll figure it out. If it is too hot, we'll just let it sit.
Don't respond, and I slowly let Constantine onto his feet onto the floor.
Oh.
Does the
shots?
Does the water run? I mean, the bathroom is
Yes,
the
the
bathroom.
water will
Okay.
run. Yep.
All right.
Das war sehr nett. Vielen Dank.
As I'm waiting in front of the door, and I look back to Fen.
Fen, can I ask Orcish to make a roll for me?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know what stat dictates observation about Fen.
So that would be a mind roll, but also I did have him roll, kind of privately, but not really. I asked him to roll again. Now that the furniture in the room looks different, I'm gonna let you roll again for this like meta knowledge that you were reaching for. You rolled a 23, which is the otherworldly success, and so now what I'd like to tell you is that it's something with the layers, but not quite. Something is happening, and I don't know if, again, I don't think you would know that it was coming from her, but something just happened similar to your layer ability, but you're not quite sure what. But it's not quite the same.
Connect it to Cora.
Well, you weren't near her when she was mumbling, "Please be there." So yeah, I don't think that you would. Yeah.
Okay. I have not entered the apartment yet.
Yeah. Okay.
But yes, when I enter, I will make that connection. What would you like me to roll?
Actually,
for mind. Yeah. So for Fen.
Yeah. Were you paying attention to Fen as you were leading the group, or were you just like trying to make sure corral kittens, like hurt kittens?
We were taking it slow, and I was making sure that all of the party was staying together. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, you were in the rear. So I was certainly observing you.
Okay, then a roll wouldn't be necessary, I think, actually. You would notice you gave Fen the order follow, was the last thing you said. And he's been doing almost like a mimicry of that. If you were crouching, he was crouching. When you slowed down, he slowed down. So, and you did not give any additional direct orders to Fen during that time. Because I would assume Stalker's like, well, we're doing good.
Yes, I would have told him to wait when I went up the fire escape.
Okay. One moment. Oh. When you said wait, he waited.
Okay.
But something felt off.
All right. But he came into the building when I beckoned everyone again.
Let's find out. Oh. No.
He killed me. I'm dead. Okay, so I suppose everyone else has gone in and we are at the front steps.
And his breathing turns back into that.
I step closer again.
How close?
within reach.
His eyes, just as in the middle of the street, dart directly at you. Nothing else changes.
Then I again lock eyes and say the same word, the command word. Follow.
He doesn't. In fact, he leans a little closer.
I'll get whatever you want.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Even closer. I don't break eye contact.
I think we gotta do a roll, right, Greg?
I'd like to apologize to everyone for this. His eyes immediately, the pupils dilate and then turn back into slits, and his giant claw quickly lunges for your neck.
Okay.
Ow, you're beat up, right? From the fight. You're injured.
He is a little bit, yeah. He healed a bit.
Right.
So I think this is going to be a contested roll. Go ahead and roll your body, gents. Keep in mind you're burning Oblivion, Stalker.
So
your difficulty will just be straight like 50-50, but Stalker, you've got 50-50, but you've got your burn. So it's going to knock it down to 35.
Failure doubles for me.
Ooh, that probably just saved his fucking life. Oh my god!
Mm-hmm.
Well, I believe I still win.
Yeah, I think you both take damage, actually. But I'm trying to interpret the 88 for you, Fen. But I actually think I need to leave it up to you to figure out what a failure, like catastrophic failure, would mean for you, specifically for Fen.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you both fail miserably, so you're both going to hurt each other. There is no winning here in this situation. You're one off from each other. You both fail. However, Fen fails spectacularly. So I don't know what that looks like for you, but you guys are both going to get fucked up somehow. So I think Fen does. I'm so sorry if you can hear my cat. Fen does two damage to you, Stalker, somehow, and then I don't know what how to interpret this. I'm going to DM you. How's that?
Okay.
I'll privately DM you because I have an idea, but...
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and describe what we see while I type away.
So Fen lunges for Stalker's throat and misses. However, I don't know if I'll have to do a roll for this, PB. Stalker manages to get a hit off as like a counter move.
Yeah.
But it's the counter move that injures Stalker. It
okay.
reflects off of Fen's body.
Yeah, that's fine.
And it injures Stalker.
Yeah, that's because it's just flavor text. So
Yeah.
I mean, he's taking the damage, but you're saying that you didn't, you miss, but then he comes at you, and then you are able to reflect that back, and that's what injures him.
It's because of one of the, in my mind,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
So
Perfect.
It's important to me how I come back at you. I had a dagger in my hand. I used the hilt, and I bap you on the nose really hard. That's my counterattack.
So how does this hit you then? You hit yourself in the nose?
No, I think he would have had to hit me with
no.
the slash.
I'm imagining
this is
the
how I
hand
would
position
counterattack.
of the hilt going into the nose and then bouncing off and going.
Yeah, because he's.
I don't think that would happen.
Yeah,
but he's technically using an ability of a reflect. So your attack is what's going to come back and hit you. So how does that happen, I guess?
Okay. Sure. I don't know. I mean, I'm a weapons expert. I don't know how I stab myself with a dagger.
Well, I guess you're just not expecting the fact that he is a werewolf, right? He's incredibly dangerous, so he just uses an ability that you're not. I mean, I don't think you have any experience with werewolves, do you? I mean, you can be an incredible, you can be an incredible weapons expert, and it's, not that you didn't do it properly. It's just that he had an ability that countered you, or, whatever the case may be. So.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah. Somehow you are damage yourself for the 2 damage.
Yes.
Okay. And this is outside. So in the meantime, inside, let's do Cora and Esteban.
I was going to say as well, I went into the, maybe if growling started, I would stop. But after I turn the bath on, and then I go into the kitchen, and then go into the refrigerator to see if there's a bag of blood to bring to Cora.
I think last time we were here, we established that anyone but Cora who looked in the fridge didn't see anything.
And then I see nothing.
Yep.
And I go in there and I walk in and I say, I'm so sorry, it seems like you are out of food. Is there anything else I can get for you that would help you right now?
I think at this point, my face would be contorted in pain. I'd probably be shifting slightly as if like I'm trying to get into a more comfortable position, but every time I move, I wince more. I think I'd be pretty wrapped up in the way that my body is feeling. Probably continuing to mumble strange things that don't really make sense to you, like probably still like, please be there. I can't lose. How am just like incomplete thoughts that don't really make any sense.
I would approach, and I would very gently take your hand in mine again and say, shh. You can be calm. There is no need to worry. We will find out how to help you. I have felt something from you, something that I feel in myself. So I would like to try some bullshit right now.
Yeah, I love bullshit. Let's go.
Okay.
What do you want to try to do?
I think as I'm there, and then when we were during the fight and I helped her up, I felt something familiar in her.
Mm-hmm.
Like very familiar to me. Like this.
Yes.
What would be in VTM like Oblivion kind of thing. And I guess since I'm not exactly sure, tell me if this is correct, because it is like a mechanical thing, but the burn and this oblivion function, like the burn function, like I don't know what's wrong with her. It's like just a general, I did a lot of magic and I'm tired kind of thing. And I think for me, I'm like, oh, she needs to eat. But I'm not trying to help right now.
Okay.
I want to know, I am using this in her weakened state to figure out what the fuck I felt in her that is familiar to me.
Oh, yes. Okay. All right.
I mean, I do want to help, but I'm very curious.
But right now, you're,
so I think I have her hand in mine and I put them together.
Uh-huh.
And then there is a little giggle in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And the fun little shadow puts another hand on top of it goes my hand, her hand, my hand, the shadow hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of close my eyes and see what I feel.
Oh, wow. Okay.
This is, I also, it is, I'm curious to know, but because there is something similar, can I do anything to help? But also, what the fuck is going on?
I know where your magic comes from, so I'm trying to figure out if this is possible. And if so, how?
I'm not looking
and then if
to heal.
I know you aren't.
I know you aren't.
I know you aren't. Yeah, I know. I'm just thinking. Okay.
No, it's okay. So.
Okay, so I think that you can definitely try this. You can always try. Normally, I would say this would be. It's still going to be incredibly difficult, and I know you don't know that. But here's the deal. She is weakened. You are correct, but her passenger is not. And her passenger will protect her. So I think you can most certainly try this. And if you get a crazy success, then you will figure some things out.
But I am looking for what is familiar in her. I'm not trying to take anything. Okay.
I know.
Okay.
You're just taking a peek. You're just taking a peek, but she's not yours to look at.
Okay, yeah. Tell me.
Okay. I think you're going to need to get below a 30. And if you get below a 10, I will give you something crazy.
Don't worry, it's going to be like a 77.
Don't say that. Why would you put that out into
I'm not going to say it's going to be good. Is this
why not?
Mind?
Yes. Yep. Mind or charisma, whichever one.
Okay, but we're still not doing dine, right?
No, we're not at the moment.
Okay,
I mean, technically it could be if you've got some juiced up stats.
It's because I had used it before, so I was just going to put it into like 2 into mind and 2 into the other one, the soul.
We haven't moved anything over yet, so just if dine is an okay roll for you to make, I will allow it for now until I move everything over.
And
but
is it 30?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Well, it could have been any because they're all 30.
Yeah.
All right.
48. Pretty close.
I did not see it. There it is.
Yeah. Okay. So I think when you try to, I apologize in advance, but I think this is exactly what would happen.
Okay.
I think Ishna is gonna play with you and like let you think that her magic is exactly your magic and that you are like the same. And that's how you feel here.
Even though she has done nothing the same as me.
That's correct. Whatever you feel in this moment with this failure makes you think like,
we're the same.
This is the same magic.
And that it's from her. I'm not like, not that it's coming from, okay.
Oh, absolutely not.
All right. Not that there is someone else there. Okay.
Yeah.
I think this probably happens as this is doing, and this little hand is there. And I close my eyes and I see everything is black, and I feel movement down from my head, through my arm, into her hand, and I feel it come back to me and go back through me again, like it is just going around, like it is all part of the same thing. And that is why I feel this. And I hear a tiny little clapping. Like somebody is happy, and then I go, oh, okay. She is the same.
Okay. Do you do anything else? And Cora, do you have a reaction? I think you can feel, by the way. I don't think you will register it now because of your burn, but later, after you feel better, and if you choose to like recall this moment, you might be like, oh, something weird happened there. Because I think you can feel Ishna moving freely around. When you're in this state, he can just do whatever the fuck he wants, really.
I think since I have this feeling, it only makes sense. I'm gonna cut open my arm and let her drink my blood to see if it helps.
Yep, you're right. Okay.
Yep. For the same,
that makes
maybe it'll
total
help.
sense. Yeah. Okay.
So I think I just press my thumb like into my forearm and I just pull it down until it's open, and then I'll reach behind her head and I lift it up and I just pull it up to the wound.
Do you drink, Miss Cora? Actually, I should rephrase that. Do you want to drink?
I think my first reaction to tasting warm blood would be to recoil from it. In like a disoriented, like, no, like unprepared way.
Yeah.
I would turn my head away from it.
Yeah.
Oh. I think I will put her head back down. And
before you do that, I am so sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Cora, we're going to do our first contested roll against Ishna. So you're just going to,
shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just going to let the burn determine your difficulty, which is -50. So you gotta roll doubles. So you have to roll a 22, 33, or a 1. And that's because of your burn, not because of Ishna, right? Because the burn level 4 gives you -50, right? So there's no, if I give you a 50 difficulty, there's no way you can succeed unless you roll a 1, 22, 11, or 33. Which is
using mind?
Whatever is your strongest stat. Yes, I think for you is mind. Yeah.
Well, strongest is dying, but...
Then yeah, go for it. Yep.
Okay.
And that one. Yep.
Okay, so difficulty 30? Like you were saying?
It has to be a crit or a double.
Yeah, it's got to be a crit or a double underneath. But yeah, you can do 30 for now, just so that it will register properly. So 33, 91. Then I think Ishna comes up and takes control of your body here and will feed on Esteban. I am so sorry.
That's not who I wanted to feed.
Yeah, I know. I feel bad.
Okay, well, what is how does it feel when she turns away and then I start to put her head down and then
she grabs it? Well, here's the thing is that I don't think Ishna, I think the way that this feels is not like, but I want to do it anyway, so I'm going to do it. It's more like, this will help you. I know you don't want to do this right now, but this is going to get your body back up to the level that we need it to be. And I think you probably feel these feelings. I don't think he's going to say anything to you, Cora, but the feeling that you get from him is this is the best alternative. Otherwise, you have to draw on my power, which he would freely give to you, but he knows you don't want to do that. So this is a, for your own good kind of feeling as he does this. And probably what he does, now that I'm thinking about it, is that he won't necessarily take control of your movement beyond the point of snapping your head back towards the blood, and then it just smells really good. I think it's just like that kind of overwhelming, like, oh, this is gonna, be good for you. It's almost like he just, with a hand he didn't have, turned your head back to look at it and was like, are you sure? And then you went, actually, I'm not sure.
Oh, I think she turns away and I said, okay. And I put her down and then I start to turn and she grabs my arm again.
Yep.
So I turn around.
Yeah. and then you feed. However, you are going to remove a burn here from that.
Okay.
Yes, that is correct. I forgot about that. And that's why you were trying not to do that, because you were trying to spare him. I forgot about that. Okay, so Esteban, I'm so sorry. Something happens when this happens. Yeah, go ahead, Cora. Do you want to describe this? Or do you want him to describe it?
I think he should describe it. So,
okay.
So Esteban, you would offer the wound to me. And like I said before, when I taste the warmth of the blood, I recoil immediately. After a moment, there's probably this like, I recoil from it, but then maybe I still, and I turn back towards you more calm when Ishna takes over. And I feed on you just like normal, just like you would expect me to. The only difference is, for you, it's painful. Whatever that means for you.
Yeah.
So I think at first, when she turns back and she begins to feed, there's a feeling of, a brief feeling of, like I'm doing something good, the satisfaction. And I say, yes, I'm being kind of very caring, like that is, drink up, that sort of thing. And then I think I just probably feel something. I don't even think it starts in my arm. I think it starts somewhere like in the middle of my torso, like right below my chest. And it's just, it's pain. And it's growing out, like creeping, like expanding outwards. Like it's slowly going to fill up my whole chest and my stomach and spread down my body. And I'm confused. And I probably start to pull my hand away just because I wince and I'm not used to feeling this. And I assume she holds on tighter in the moment. And I think my knees buckle, but I straighten them out. And I don't know what is happening. And it hurts a lot. Like to the point where I think I'm going to feel this, where I will take damage, but I think I'm going to take a burn from this.
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
But I refuse to stop until I feel she is done.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I stand there and I'm probably trembling as it gets worse and worse and worse. Not until she stops, but until I feel like, okay, she has had enough to feel better. Like, I've fed people blood before. I know how long it takes, that sort of thing.
Oh, boy.
But normally, if I had felt this pain, the reaction is, whoa, what is this? I have to stop.
Yeah.
But I think I have been through worse.
Yeah.
And this will not make me buckle.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Then yeah, I think you definitely.
I feel challenged.
Yeah, you can take a burn, and it will immediately bring her down to level 3. I'm trying to think of how this will translate for you.
Because we're talking physical pain here, right?
Yes, it is physical.
Okay.
Yep. You can take another burn, or you can take 1 health, and it will take her down another level. Sorry, 2 health.
So if I take a burn and then 2 more points of health, she'll be down to 2.
That's right. Yep, it'll take her from 4 to 2.
I think I do this because I believe I'm being challenged.
Okay.
And I hang in there longer than I should.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
So I am down to something like 6 health, and I'll have 1 burn.
Yep, okay.
Okay.
And then Cora, you will feel refreshed. You'll be down to only 2 burn after this feeding, which is crazy. Yeah.
I think I'm out. When she lets go, I'm like, I think I lean over on my knees and I'm staring at her. Would I know why this is? Like, I know
because
it's a clan thing. Or is it not? I know it was.
You might. Yeah, you might know. Yep. If you want to roll for it, go for it. Unless you think your character would know. I feel like it's of all of the clans to have an idea, yours would be one. I
think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So I personally, I don't even think you need to roll for that. If you can put two and two together.
I'll roll because this fucking hurts.
Yeah, for sure. Go for it.
I'll just roll
a flat. Yeah. Yep. That's fine too.
Oh.
Okay, so wait a second.
I roll it on that. Great.
Okay, yeah, but wait.
The thing I know.
So you're rolling to find out her clan, right?
Well, it's like, hey, do I know that this is something that happens if a Hakata bites and feeds on someone?
Yeah,
that's really,
yeah. But that's a 4. That's a 4. So I feel like you get something extra. Cora, what do you think he gets extra about you?
Oh, man. Do you think it would be more emotional or
I was
visual?
Leaning towards emotional or visual. Well, visual's fine. If you want to do a memory.
That's what I'm
cool.
debating.
Yeah.
That's what I'm debating. I think it's going to be a combination of both.
Yeah.
I think... Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, try to help you. In VTM, I think the answer would be visual. And in PBU, I think it's emotional because your resonance gives you power. But if you're going to do a mix of both, that's great. Great and wonderful.
Okay. I think, Esteban, you would see a confusing blur of colors against a black backdrop. And after a moment, you would realize the black backdrop is the night sky. With stars you can barely see because the place that you're seeing is so bright and colorful. There's people moving past in strange outfits, and there's lots of sound and smells. And that moment shifts and probably dissolves a little bit. And I would like to think that if I was aware of what he was seeing, I would try to shut it down. I would intentionally or unconsciously try to pull that away from him. But what I think would happen is he would get the emotional resonance afterwards. That would be like the echo of it. And before the visual kind of cuts out, the colors and shapes shift into a different perspective, and you see darkness and a pair of eyes staring out at the darkness at you. And you realize in that moment, you are me, and you're in a memory. And then the imagery fades, and instead you have the sensation of falling down a long pit of darkness, and you feel losses hitting you like blows. You start with a sense of loss, and then every moment after, it feels like the loss gets stronger and bigger and hits you from different perspectives until you finally get to a point where you feel like there is nothing left. And maybe there's even this metaphorical impact, this feeling of you hit the bottom of whatever you were falling down, and you're staring up at where you fell from, in this sense of, I will never get back up there.
If I may step in here for just a moment, I think that a resounding thought that might be happening for the both of you in this moment is I can't lose. And that's all I will say because I don't want to reveal anything for Esteban, but that was an incredible fucking moment. In 9 episodes, when you all realize what the fuck is going on, come back and watch this. Somebody bookmark that moment. Holy fuck, dude.
I just if I can stitch this together a bit, I think what this happens at a point where I'm holding on there because I'm stupid, and it gets to a point where like the pain is so great that it like almost like white out to that, and I experienced that, and then that feeling and her realizing this is being shared is maybe why she stops, or what gets, or there's
yeah. I really like that thought of this being just a confusing, almost like tug of
I'm in
war
so
between
much
us,
pain.
where
It's
you're
like,
in so much pain and you're whiting out, and the whiteout blurs into my memory, and then the memory blurs into darkness and emotion, and it's almost like we're struggling back and forth in this. Yeah.
I think as I'm recovering from this and all of this, and she's in the bed, and I reach out to her face and I put my hand on her cheek. And I just, I think I just nod. And I say, "Do you need a rest?" And I get up and I kind of stagger out of the room because the water is running in the bathtub.
Yep, I was going to say, we'll switch over. Mm-hmm. Oh, that was amazing. Okay, meanwhile, in the bathtub.
We'll say, maybe as you're putting your hand on Cora's cheek, you're in a bedroom, so maybe you would see, if you allow me, Constantine, to be leading you down that same hallway towards the bathroom, and we kind of just like look in to see you like touching her on the cheek and pass by the door. And then I'll open the door to the bathroom and lead us inside. If you follow.
Yeah, I'm following you. I'm just kind of deliriously. I'm not putting up any fight. I'm not giving any like funny quips, really.
So I'll close the door behind us and shut the water off. And then I'll stand tall again to face you. Allow me to help you.
I don't say anything, but I just kind of relax down.
And I'll take a step towards you and assume you're wearing a button-down shirt, and I'll start unbuttoning your shirt one by one. And I'll remove it. I assume I see battle scars.
Bruises. It's probably, I don't think I bled. I think I'm quite bruised, though.
I'll take a step back now. And I'll start working off my jacket until it falls to the floor. And I will raise my right arm to you. And as I raise it, you can count rings tattooed on my arm from the wrist to the shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'll hold my arm to you. Your turn.
I look at you quizzically.
Go on. Allow me to help you. Drink. And I'm breathing heavily and look pretty screwed up myself. Go on.
I take a step forward slowly, and I take your wrist in my hands. I look down at the rings. And what do these tie you to?
These were put on me by someone I desperately wish to find, if only to understand.
You too. Interessant. I kind of like stroke the rings. Are you sure? May I?
Like you, I wasn't always given a choice. You may.
I bring your wrist to my mouth and I bite you. And I think you might be surprised, but it is clumsy. It's not gentle or soft. And it's not full of hunger or anything like that. It's just like a sick weakness almost to my movements and my actions. I don't know if this will work for me. But you are offering so nicely. I drink. I think I would like to say that I am also trying to avoid cutting through the rings when I do it.
There. Take your time.
Do I start to feel better?
Yes. I'm holding back my chaos gremlin here, but I think I'm going to have you roll something here real quick.
Yes, please.
Yeah, because you're biting on the arm with the rings on it, right? And I know you're trying not to damage the rings at all.
Yes.
How close together? I was going to say you are clumsy, and you did say you did offer, and also I'm just surprised he offered you the arm with the rings on it. And I think that's interesting. And it's interesting when shit goes wrong or is, you know. So go ahead and make a roll for me.
Okay. What am I rolling?
Whichever stat you like. Trust fall with me. Your difficulty is 50.
I'm going with soul.
Okay.
60, failure.
You also have burn.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah, and I forgot about that. So, but that's okay.
Me too. Big failure.
That's all right. I think it just tastes like blood and it feels good. I don't think you get anything else from this. I apologize.
No, that's okay.
Mm-hmm. However, it will heal you. You can choose what it heals. You can either heal physical health, you can heal oblivion, or you can heal burn. But basically what we'll do is we'll do a rough translation from VTM here. If you're going to spend like 5 minutes feeding, you can go ahead and remove a burn, which is kind of essentially what we did with, you know, Esteban and Cora type thing. But he doesn't have to take one to feed you.
Okay. I will get rid of a burn then for sure.
Okay. Yep.
So I think that brings me to 2 burn.
Yep. Okay. Perfect. Holy.
I'm still looking like, obviously still looking pretty rough.
Mm-hmm.
But I pull back. Oh.
I will give you something actually.
Okay.
And I just realized that this is just eyeball shit that I think you would know. I do think that the tattoos, and I apologize if you explained this already, but the tattoos do not look like they were made at the same time. Ooh. So up at the top near the elbow is the most faded. And then it continues down until there is a very, very recent one. The lowest one is very recent.
Oh. Okay, I pull my teeth from your wrist. And I'm looking down at the marks again. And then I sort of, it's like I remember myself. You know? I kind of straighten a little. And then look to the bathtub. It's full of water, yes? I look back at you. Would you be a darling and place me in the tub?
And I will not respond, but give you a deep nod. And assist you in removing any other articles of clothing you currently have, and help you into the tub very gently. And I will say that I feel like since you drank, you get the impression from Gunnar that he just honestly wants to help. And I lower you into the tub.
As you do, I'll run my hand on the back of your head again and let it trail down a lock of hair. And I'll look up at you and say, we really should stop meeting like this.
You take all the time you need. And I will stand up, and I just am towering over the bathtub. And I think since you drank sort of sloppily from my wrist, excuse me, but if you were to look at my hand, there would be blood dripping down my palm into my fingers. and I'll turn towards the door and exit.
Can I, before you do that, I'm so sorry.
Yes.
I would like to grab your wrist and lick the spot that I just bit and heal it. That's what I would like to do. Like, I see that I just did that.
Right? That you guys, your saliva or whatever, you can heal each other with that. Your wounds.
Did we? Oh,
we did establish that.
We did. Yeah.
You're right. Yep. Then I do that. Do that.
You don't even need to roll for it. Yep.
Okay.
I'm in the hallway licking myself, just so you
know. Like a cat.
Yeah.
Maybe as I turn away for the door, you like grab my hand.
I just snatch it.
Yeah.
I lick it, and then but I would like to say that the moment you turn away from me, my expression shifts. So like the audience would see that my expression shifts, and my brow like kind of furrows, and I look off into the distance, kind of like with a discomfort almost. Not a discomfort, perhaps like an unease is the better. And then I slip into the tub and lower my head under the water for a long time. I don't need
Door
air.
Closes.
Yeah. I just stay under there for a while.
I want to be in the hallway. Do I see Esteban?
Yeah, I think so, for sure.
I think Esteban is leaning against the wall. He's done licking his arm, so it's not going on. But he's just kind of leaning against the wall there, just trying to recover. Wasn't really looking in the bathroom, just was really in his own head.
I just want to approach him. And with the same hand that was bloodied, will put on his shoulder. And I don't have my jacket, so you see all of my tattoos, which you could see the rings, you could see different rune-like tattoos on my arms. And I'll lean into him. Tell me, brother, are you still afraid?
I think looking right at him, I will say, afraid? No. I am glad that time has not eroded your power.
And I'll lean closer. I think tonight you have given others a reason to fear you. We must go back to that crypt, brother. And I'll take my hand off his shoulder and walk back towards the living room.
I'm just going to stay here with Esteban for a second. What do we see?
I think with Gunnar there, he straightened himself out a little bit because he's very intense, and I think genuinely this fight and, the desperation that everybody had and the, it eventually everyone was working together, and it's something that, I don't know, like he's feeling pretty good thinking about that, and that's what Gunnar made him think of again. But then he's thinking of this in this moment, and going to the crypt again, and then everything he saw when he was in pain with Cora just flows back into his head and pushes everything out again. He leans against the wall. He just kind of sits there for a moment. And then I think he will just stagger into the living room and go back into the kitchen, and he needs to splash water on his face.
I'm so sorry, remind me, did you take an Oblivion?
I took a burn.
Okay.
I took a burn because of the physical pain, right?
Yep. So Gunnar has the ability to remove 1 level of burn or ability or burn or Oblivion by giving you kind of encouraging words.
Oh.
So if you would like to, I think you can do that if you feel encouraged, however. Like if you feel like rallied.
I think so. Like
Yeah,
he
so
kind of hit on something that I haven't even hinted to yet. So
yeah.
But that kind of a fight like that is, and then him saying that too is really like it goes way back.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Meanwhile, outside. I'm so sorry, guys. Back to you two. What is happening? Are you still fighting?
Yeah. I think we've been fighting this whole time.
Yes.
Yes.
Stop hitting yourself.
Yes.
Stop hitting yourself is the gif I put in the group chat. So yeah. Okay.
We've been fighting this whole time. I rolled a 24 before you switched scenes, and I didn't get to explain what that was.
Yeah. Go for it.
We've not been able to land a single hit. But with the 24, I think one gets really close, like a really damaging hit to Stalker, but it gets pulled at the last moment.
Okay.
And you were studying Fen during the previous brawl.
Yes, he was.
Right? He was. So you would notice that his attacks also seem wildly different. Before it was chaotic and it was a little bit feral, but there was like there's a point to it. There was almost like a low-level brawler fighting. This is just wild slashes, and it doesn't match at all what happened in the previous battle, which I think might also strike you as odd.
Okay. So when I tapped you on the nose, we just kept fighting.
Well, I mean, he's saying that he is continuing it now. If you want to try to stop it, you're more than welcome to. But he's saying that we're going back in time, if you will, a little bit to the front of the hall.
Yes, I'm just confirming. All right, well. Okay. As we are fighting, I will take an opportunity. Well, I would try to lead him into the building. Would he follow?
Blindly, yeah. He's just gunning for you right now. So if you're leading him anywhere, it'd be like kiting a mob in an MMO. Like you have his full attention, and he's
I need to pull some strength from somewhere. And I need to try and overpower him. I think. Do you think I would have any instinct to be able to pull extra strength from somewhere? Or am I just doing my best here?
Where would you be getting your extra strength? Like, where would Stalker think? Why would Stalker think to do this?
Why would he think to pull extra strength?
Just, you said from somewhere. Like, where does
Right.
Stalker think that this can come from? I guess is my question. And then I can try to help guide.
Well, from himself, it would have to be. Can I take an additional burn or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
What I want to do is catch his attack and use that strength to try and I guess intimidate him to stop his assault.
Okay. You can try. Absolutely. I will always say yes, you can try. But I also like to give you very fair warning. You're trying to intimidate the strongest thing in the room, so it's going to be pretty difficult. Okay. But why don't we do this? We're going to approach it like, I see what you're trying to do, actually. I think you're trying to alpha and be the stronger one in the room. So why don't we go ahead and let you roll first to dodge his incoming attack? We're going to treat this like an actual fight because he's coming for you. And we won't just do straight contested. We're gonna do it for real, just in case. That way it's fair. So you go ahead and roll to dodge, and I'm gonna let your own burn that you haven't taken that extra one yet to determine the difficulty for you. So if normally it's a 50, you got a 50-50 shot, then apply your burn appropriately, and that's your difficulty. If that makes sense.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So I think for you right now, without the extra one you're about to take, is 35, just to dodge this attack here. Okay, so how do you strike him then?
He's trying to use my own body weight against me. Is that what he's trying to do? Not yet.
Not yet. He's trying to dodge your attack, and I'm just trying to keep the fight fair. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's all going for the throat. It's all going through the throat at this point. He never uses his mouth.
Yeah.
It's all going through the throat with his hands.
Okay. Okay. So he is going to strike you, and Fen does 2 damage when he hits by default instead of just the 1. So you will take 2 damage, but now you may try to intimidate him if you'd like by making a roll and using a burn to increase your chances here. My recommendation actually would be to not use it to increase your chances, but to double roll. So roll once, and then if you don't succeed, take the burn and re-roll it, because that way you don't just auto take a burn. Does that make sense?
Yes, but
okay.
He hit me with the attack, right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Okay. So instead, I don't know that his claws in my throat make a whole lot of sense. So can we say it's the chest or the shoulder or something like that?
I think he went for your throat and you failed the roll. So I think he slices your throat open.
But he has been pulling back a little bit. I did say that previously. So it's not like dug in there. It's like a slash.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So are you cool, Fen, if we just say that it went a little low this time? Like you're holding back and it went low in the chest? Okay. I'm just trying to keep it fair. If you
He's an expert fighter, I assume. He's great with weapons and stuff. So I don't think it wasn't that bad of a failure. I don't think it's unreasonable to he got out of the way, but it kind of got his chest instead or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is fully a Hail Mary then. I stop his hand before he can pull it out. And do you know, Lord of the Rings, where the orc gets stabbed in the chest by Aragorn and the orc just pulls the sword into him and
Yeah.
That is what we're doing right now.
Okay.
Actually, it's an
Stalker's
Urukai,
version.
just want to say, but yeah, sure, go ahead.
Wow.
Sorry.
It's okay. Okay, so you are gonna just, that makes sense actually, if you're like pulling it deeper into you to try to intimidate him. What level burn are you at right now?
Sorry, 2.
2, and then you were at an oblivion as well, correct? So putting you at 35. Yep. Okay. So, okay. So I'm still going to make the same advice for you and to use the burn as a reroll because the automatic success only happens when you take burn level 5. Right?
Automatic success. I'm sorry, what?
Automatic success only happens when you bump your burn up to level 5 and you're only at level 2 right now. So my recommendation for you is to make the roll. And if you fail the roll, take a burn to reroll, which is how that would work. It just gives you more chances. Yep. Okay. So you go ahead and make your roll. I'm going to assume that this is either, mind or body, depending on how you want to try to intimidate him. But I assume it's your mental fortitude you're using here to not be like, I am running his claws through my chest.
All right.
But it's up to you. You can roll either one, whichever one you think fits.
I'll use mind.
Okay.
And that's a 35, right?
Yeah.
That's 1. So his hand hits my chest and I grab it and I pull him closer. And I say, Urukai is just a type of orc. Sorry. And I say, cease and follow me.
Ben, you have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
You can switch, or you can take a check on your alpha track, but you got to do one or the other.
I can switch back to human form, or I can do a check on my alpha track.
Yep.
I want to switch back.
I think that makes the most sense because the version that you are right now would kind of not want the alternative. Yeah. So yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right then. Then what do we see happen as you shift?
You see, then immediately I stop in my tracks, and my claw's still in Stalker, yeah? Or did you pull it out?
No, it's still in me.
I swiftly pull it out, and
I start to melt. All the muscle, I just get smaller. The fur, the golden fur with the patches of dark grayish blue fall off, and I'm me again. I'm still wearing clothes. I didn't specify that. I'm not naked. The clothes that were pulled from a larger gentleman, so they're all tattered and worn and stuff, but they're still there. And can't even look. I'm out of breath. I'm afraid. I don't know what the fuck that was. That wasn't me. That's not what happens when I turn into a wolf. There was something else in there with me. That's not my wolf. That's not my magic.
And that's where we will end the episode.
Holy shit.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
Dude, fucking, just so everyone knows, Greg furiously DMing me like, I don't want to accidentally kill Orcish. What can I do? Can I roll to stop this from happening? Oh my God.
I would have been so happy if you killed me in the stairwell and then just ran feral through the streets.
Oh God. Just like they wake up the next morning. What happened? Where's Stalker? He's just literally like laying on the ground out there.
The rest of us are sleeping in a bed together.
Yeah. Everybody else is snuggled up in the bed all together. Ridiculous. Jesus. Oh my God.
Fen's naked, running in the streets.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, this is it. Holy shit, y'all. That was crazy good. That was crazy good. Yeah, that was so good.
So I think Gunnar and I are like married now. Is that what that means? I'm pretty sure that's
We're like
what that
totally
means.
a thing.
Yeah,
we're like
Bath
totally
buddies.
a thing.
Bath
Yeah.
buddies, yeah.
Bath time.
I was watching that scene so intently that I didn't touch my keyboard or my mouse or anything, and my screens flashed as if I was about to go to sleep. And I was like, oh, I just gotta like press any button, and I prayed I didn't break anything.
I'm like sitting here like taking notes and like doing stuff, and then all of a sudden I'm hearing like I unbutton all of your shirt, and I'm just like, oh, wait.
I had to lock the fuck in and like stop being Murgles for a second. I was like, do not lose your shit right now. This is role play. Zambi's giving the performance of a lifetime, stripping you down, and you cannot be like, oh my God, like
just kicking your little feet, like
yeah, like I had to be like, no, I'm serious.
I'm in this.
Oh,
yeah, I'm in this right now.
Oh my God, it was perfect. All right, well, thank you everyone for watching, and thank you players for playing. We have some exciting things I want to shout out. The first being, please join our Discord so you can check out the fucking badass fan art that's in there.
So good.
Holy shit. So good. Unreal good. And it's just like every single one. I think there was a comment in there that was like, you know, every single time that one is posted, I think that's my favorite. And then they post another one. That's my new favorite. Yeah, it's so good. So please go ahead.
It's too bad nothing happened today that would make it for any cool fan art. Oh no.
Yeah. It's not as if actually every ship sailed in one way or another. We have the enemies to lovers in the stairwell who are having a little scrap, you know, they're going to kiss it better later. We have whatever just happened with Esteban and Cora, where they were like, I see the darkness in you. And let me touch your face gently. What the fuck?
I understand your pain.
What the hell,
We're the same.
Yeah, man.
We're the same, you and I.
Like the Smiths are going to start playing. Like, what's going on?
Fucking hell. So good. What was the other thing I wanted to shout out? Oh, that was it. Other than you can, if you want to support Tablestory, one of the best ways you can do that is join the Discord and chat with us, or you can head over to our version of Patreon, which you can find at merch.tablestory.tv. You can grab some merch to rep, which there should be some Deathless merch coming soon. Or you can become a Storian and you get like extra bonus content like green rooms, which we're about to go record, which is just kind of like where we sit and talk, kind of like what we just did just now, among other things. And other than that, thank you again for watching. We're going to go decompress together in the green room, and we'll see you next week. I have a button for this, don't I?
Oh. They don't wanna let it go. Oh. wanna let it go. Giving every piece of my soul. You say you don't know how to treat me, no. Giving every piece of my soul. You say you don't know how to treat me, no. Giving every piece of my soul. You say you don't know how to treat.
I stumble into the living room. I can barely keep myself upright. I'm so tired. I fall face first into the couch, and I sleep for the first time in a very long